Hey there, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. Been out of town for past couple weeks, and I'm happy to share some video of some of the things I saw while away. But now we're back, and I left the cool tent, which is what we're looking at here. Um, I left it alone completely, no watering, no nothing for 17 days, and there were some ill effects. There were some brown leaves. Most of the plants were bone dry, and I'm talking like the sphagnum was hard as a rock, and kind of interesting. A lot of these plants come with warnings: don't ever let this plant dry out. So we really challenged that. So let's have a quick look. We've got Massavelia Machu Picchu here. It's mostly rehydrated, but when I got back, man, you can see still a little bit here. The leaves were folded up and almost like brittle, like they were going to break off. So I'm actually pretty surprised. It has rehydrated pretty well. You can still see some kind of folding here in the top of some of the leaves, but for the most part, it's got three spikes pushing that have continued to push in spite of the drought, as it were. So I'm hopeful that it didn't set the plants back too much. And ooh, look, I just found a fourth spike. One, two, three, four. So hopefully we're not seeing, we're not going to be seeing dropping of spikes and leaves and stuff as a result of the dry period. But you have to be prepared for anything. I also noticed that there is an earwig that has decided to take up residence. I just looked up earwigs and what they eat. Apparently they are omnivorous. They eat all kinds of different stuff. So I'm not sure if this is an insect that I want in my collection, but as this is a basement, I have seen a few earwigs here and there in the house down here, so I'm not quite sure what to think about it. As long as they're not crawling in my ears while I sleep, I think I'm okay with it, as long as it's not crazy. But I will probably remove him and drop him in this. This is a Nepenthes bongso cross that doesn't have a lot of roots, and it definitely suffered from not getting any water for 3 weeks. But it's still got a strong growth pushing here, and maybe it'll be okay. Hopefully, we'll see. My Nepenthes kinabaluensis seedlings definitely were completely dried out, and you can see that there's some blackened pitchers, some yellowing leaves. I'm hoping that there's no irreversible damage to these guys, but overall, I'd say they look to have weathered it okay. And then the Zygopetalum also did not appreciate being dry. Although it's in a very large pot, yeah, totally dry all the way through. But you can see lots of root growth here, and even though it has dropped some of those lower leaves, the plant seems to be okay. And then we've got some crazy root growth over here on our brassias. We've got my Edvidlu Nishida clone over here, growing right along, pushing out some new leaves, lots of roots. This is Antidiana Aki over here, also with a couple new growths, roots everywhere. And then this is my, what is it? Coitlauzina Lily of the Valley orchid, and looks to be that new growth is really what I'm banking on, because that new growth is going to be able to push out some new roots. The rest of the plant's pretty rootless. This was a free grab at our Orchid Society table a couple months ago. So overall, things don't look too bad. I think for drying out completely, a lot of these plants, it must not have been too much of a period of complete dryness, maybe just a few days, and there could have still been a little bit of moisture in the very, very center of those pots, because most of these plants are planted in sphagnum. So overall, it looks like they have done pretty well. All right, here we are in the what's supposed to be the warm tent, but right now it's pretty much the same temperature as the cool tent. But here we are after, again, 3 weeks-ish away, 17 days away. First of all, in bloom over here, the lovely Vanda falcata Hakusan is in bloom. 8 flowers on 1 spike, so not a huge show from this guy this year, but still lovely, smells great. We got a spike developing on Phalaenopsis philippinensis. Starting to see buds here, also very exciting. Love the leaf pattern on this guy. We've also, as expected, started to see some spikes on the Cycnoches. This is Coopery. I see 2 spikes trying to push out here. Will they both push? There's actually a little bit of action down here too. We'll see. Often it will look like it's going to spike and then not spike. But I would expect this one's definitely going to continue. This one, if we're lucky, we'll get 2. And the fact that there are 2 kind of makes me think that they're going to be male flowers. But again, who knows? We don't know. Last update, I showed you some really nasty fungal infection in the crown of my Varsovicii. It seems to have grown out. I chopped off the dead parts yesterday. I don't know if this will ultimately impact the final height of the plant, because I don't know if I just chopped leaves or if I actually chopped into the bulb as well. But you can see some nasty striping here on these leaves as well. Just, you know, I really attribute this to spraying the plant with insecticidal soap as a preventative measure to keep any mite infestation from getting out of control late in the season. But I regret it, and I've experienced lots of ugly leaf issues because of it, and I don't think I'll be doing that in the future. In the future, I will still use the insecticidal soap, but only after the leaves are fully grown out. It's just that it becomes a little bit of a challenge, because once you start spiking like this, the insecticidal soap can affect the spikes, at least the developing buds. And obviously, that's the whole point of growing these things, so we don't want to mess that up. No spikes yet on Cycnoches bronze, or no, sorry, this is Fire Embers, was awarded last year. And I'm hoping that we've just got some more growth that's going to happen this year. Obviously, everything's a lot more leaned over this year. Last year in the tent, the lights were directly above. This year, the lights are kind of this direction from the plant, so they're kind of reaching out to grab as much light as they can. But some really good growth on these Cloesias. This is Rebecca Northern Grapefruit Pink. Beautiful, beautiful. This plant, it has given me absolutely no issues since I've gotten it. Just really looks great. Next to it, we've got Rebecca Northern Aurora, the best it's ever looked. Really, really wonderful. I protected the growths with plastic bags until they were large enough that water would not get stuck in the crowns and rot them out like it has for the past couple years. Cloesia Rebecca Northern Mikabe, I'd say it looks better this year than it has in past years, but we're still fairly early in the season, and this bulb is already starting to plump up. But of course, it did dry out a little bit over that 17-day period, and so that could prompt it to start filling up its bulbs. But we're going to keep watering it, and hopefully we can get some more growth. So far, it looks okay. It's got some brown spots I'm not a really big fan of, but it looks okay. It looks okay. We'll be looking for spikes pretty soon on this other Cycnoches Coopery. This is my bronze clone. And then Bronze Vixen is another Cycnoches plant that tends to bloom. Past couple years, it's bloomed in September, October, around in there. And then what is this? This is Nebula, and you can see that the old bulb kind of rotted at the base last winter, so I planted it sideways, and we've got the new bulb coming out. And hopefully that old bulb isn't going to rot away, cause any problems. And then, oh, my little exciting new cross. This is Cloesia Margolis, and he's doing good. You can see he's probably going to have a nice fat little bulb this year, and he might be big enough to push out a flower next year. I don't think we're going to see anything from it this year, though. I'm still glad to see it's doing. That came from Louisiana Orchid Connection, and it's taken a good 2 years to get going. Let's see what else we got to look at. Obviously, the Cattleyas. There's a really interesting thread right now going on one of my orchid forums that I'm a member of. That it's on Slipper Talk about recently. Dr. Leslie E. has had a Cattleya rex flammea variety awarded, and it'll be showing up in the AOS register within the next couple months, probably. And the discussion has arisen that plants in the region where Cattleya rex is found in Peru have a much higher level of manganese in their leaves. They also have quite a bit of potassium, higher than normal levels of zinc and boron as well. What does this mean? It means that I've been using Kalite, which is a low potassium fertilizer. I've been using it for years. But I have also supplemented it with sometimes with like fish emulsion, just that you buy at the store, nothing fancy. But I would say the past year or so, I've been exclusively on Kalite and nothing else. And I wonder if some of the weirdo issues that I showed you in the last video are coming from a potassium deficiency. I don't know. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order some potassium sulfate on its own. I'm going to mix it to like, oh, I don't know. I need to look up what the percentages are and everything. But I'm going to mix it up to an appropriate ppm level. And I'm going to add that to the Kalite. And then we're going to just sit back and watch and see if there's any change, any positive change in the Cattleya rex situation, because I want my rexes to be happy, and I want them to stop rotting away and having really ugly chlorotic leaves. So I'm really gonna focus more now on making sure that they have what I think is going to be better nutrition, and obviously we want that to mean better looking plants, faster growing plants when they finally do decide to bloom, more blooms, bigger blooms, that kind of stuff. So I don't think we're most definitely not going to get any Cattleya rex flowers out of my collection this year. The only one that possibly could bloom is Mayu back here, and I'm not too hopeful. We're going to see anything from Mayu this year. So we're going to work on getting everything back in balance. We're going to work on getting the nutrition where it needs to be, and see if we can't get rid of these yellow leaves and get some really nice looking new growth that maybe might bloom for us next year. So that is just about all. So I'm gonna just show you a few videos that I took on our trip. We went to Northern California, did kind of a loop around. Started in San Francisco, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Mount Shasta, and then the Redwood National Parks, down the coast, Mendocino, and then back to Santa Cruz for the 4th of July, and then back to San Francisco. So really, really, really nice trip. Camping the whole time, no fancy hotels or anything like that, but saw some beautiful stuff.
stinks?
I don't think there's any rule to it. Some big ones stink, some little ones.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the one we saw?
Yeah, the big
yes,
one.
no, it definitely stinks. It's called the corpse flower.
The corpse?
Corpse flower.
Corpse.
Corpse is a dead body.
Oh, corpse. Oh, I see.
All right. Well, I hope your summer is going well. Hope your plants are going well. And I will see you next time right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. See ya.